Hello dear viewer, I'm leesusss and welcome to Paper Cup Mansion, a game by another indie developer, leesusss Studios. And this is a demo, so it's just a couple of levels of the game, but I think it quite well illustrates what the game's all about, and hopefully me playing it will give some feedback to the developers as well, and I look forward to seeing some more things from them in the future. Anyway, it is a horror game. Well, kind of. It's a bit too cutesy to be a horror. I love the aesthetic of this. You can see, I think, clearly from here that what the gist of going on, what the theme of going on here is. It's all paper. We've got origami birds, and we've got paper cutout objects and people and cardboard cutout tree, look, spiles of paper to make the trees. I love it. I love the idea. It's really very good. It's a great looking aesthetic, and I love all the models in the game as well. We'll see some more of those as we get into it. Okay. Right, now, I've only got one problem with the demo, which is that I've played through this already once or twice, and some of the quests that I've completed stay completed, even if I do a new game, which is a little frustrating. But I think we can still enjoy the game and see what's in here. It's a very clever idea about how the map is set up. We'll get to that in a minute. Before we do that, though, I want to run the intro again. So normally when you first get the demo up and running, the intro plays automatically. But here I'm going to play it in it because there's one other aspect of the intro that I particularly like about the game. Something that isn't always in small games from small studios. Here's our character. I think he's called Toby. I can't remember. Yeah, get your torch out. Lovely lights and shadows there. We're gonna is your torch on? Your torch is on. Okay. There's the moth. We'll meet the moth again later. We're gonna track our way up around the. Yeah, good try, squirrel. Up around the hill to the front gate of the spooky house we're approaching. Why we're going to the spooky house? I don't know. Listen to that music though. It's a very dramatic Nightmare Before Christmas. Touch of Arkham, very, very gothic and ominous feeling. Here we are going to the top. Yeah. It's a good try game. He might have made one or two viewers jump there. I doubt it. They're hardened game players. Nerves of steel. Here we are. Okay. Right, my next favourite part of the game in a second. Shove open those gates.
Recall what I was even there. Blurry thoughts and pain won't stop until I figure how it happened. Yes, I can see paper sheets and paper all around. Even when I run or walk, I hear the paper sound. What was flesh before is now some roughly drunken house. All is lost in memories, but even those are just more paper.
And there we go, that's the intro. I often miss out on music in games because when I record for YouTube, and I record a lot of things I play go straight into YouTube, I have to turn off the music a lot of the time because I'm worried about copyright strikes. And I'm not only worried about them, I don't want to go through the hassle of trying to redo things and edit out music and things like that. It doesn't work very well. But I do love music in games. And that music and the singing is so good. Totally unexpected for me, and a very, very pleasant surprise indeed. But there you go. So now we are ready to go into the... but also, by the way, I wanted to comment that interesting how the character seems confused as well. He's commenting that, you know, flesh has now become paper. Even his thoughts are paper. You know, his thoughts and memories are paper now. So what has happened? Don't be rude, Finger. I'm doing a monologue introduction. I don't need your sass, disembodied hand. Thank you very much. Waving your finger at me, beckoning me in. So I don't know why the character is suddenly paper. Maybe they've been cursed. I told you. I warned you. I don't know why they're now paper, but it's interesting. A mystery that may be solved in the actual game itself, but not in the demo. Let us play, and new game. I've only got normal to choose from. I don't know what hard and very hard might entail, but let's see where we start out.
Wake up. I thought you would never wake up, but here you are. Me? You struggle to understand, I see. Years of conventionalities of life could not teach you what I am. Somebody calls me the demigod of unconscious. Perhaps you are asleep or dead. Well, I think you are about to find out.
And here we are in the mansion, although not everything as it may seem. First of all, let's cover a few things here. Up in the top left is the stats for our character. So we have we have this bizarre creature, whatever it is up here. I don't know. I can't point to it. Is that a bat? Is that a person? Is it a dog? I don't know what it is. But he's holding a spookometer, which is the purple.
Quiet.
Don't be so rude. I'm trying to do an introduction. The spookometer is the one that gets scared. There's a lot of jump scares in this part of the game, and it may not make us as the player scared, but the character will become scared. And if we get too scared, we will eventually have a heart attack and die. We have a cold meter, a chilliometer, which doesn't apply in this part of the mansion, but another time will. And we have the bleeding meter. So rather than a life bar that drops, we have a bleeding meter that increases. And if it gets too high, presumably again, we will die. And also watch out if I do take damage in the game, because I didn't realise until the other day that little fellow up there, he spins the dials based upon what injury I've taken, and therefore affects the thing, which is a nice little feature. I do like it. Now, in the bottom left, we are in the neocortex part of the mansion, which was heard was mentioned, because there's actually three parts to the mansion: the neocortex, the lizard, and the limbic. And we'll come on to those why later. But essentially, you go through the same maps again, but things are different. Also, I have a problem on the right hand side. Equipment is picked up in the game, and things going down here and things go on our person. I do try to, when you repeat the game, I've tried a number of times to turn off equipment I've picked up. It doesn't always work. So in fact, on the right hand side, you can see there's actually two items out of the X and C buttons that are abilities, and I will endeavour not to use those. I've tried to turn them off, but it doesn't always work for the inventory. Sometimes they stop, but I don't want an advantage on playing the game again. Well, there you go. That is the introduction as far as that goes. So in the neocortex version of the house, it's more like a traditional spooky haunted house, in that we can search around the place, but we've got to be careful not to get spooked by things. And I searched through these and found some coins in them, and this is a version of the map where you can search through and find things like that. But you've got to be careful, because not everything is benign or friendly. Dead Wanderer, look at me, I am broken. These puzzles are tearing me apart, literally. You don't even know. I have tried and tried, my brain just couldn't cope. There is a door at the end, it talks, a talking door. Opening the door is tricky. Try having a chat with it and see what it wants from you. So there we go. Find the talking door is our initial quest. Some of the puzzles might also be already solved in the game. Again, repeating the demo rather frustratingly has not reset them, but we'll see what happens. Anything in here? We've got a booster. I'm not really sure what the boosters do. Some of them give healing and some of them do attacks, but I don't know how to access them and see what they actually do. It's down there on the bottom middle under button number 2. I don't actually know how to check what it does. Don't mind the moth, by the way. He's a radar and
I see.
will prompt us when there are things to be found. This, if you look at the bottom left, this is an access to the limbic system. And by the way, if you're biologically inclined, you might realise that neocortex, limbic and lizard are all references to the brain or the central nervous system. Why? I don't know. Make of that what you will. We can go to the limbic system and run through the same map again. That's usually a place where you, instead of being spooked and finding things, you are searching for objects. We won't go there yet. We'll have to go there at some point. But we won't be going there just yet. And here is a door to the other side, the reptilian complex, which is all about combat. We won't worry about that for now. Again, we will have to go there before we escape the level. We're doing well. No spooks so far.
Watch your fingers.
No literal spooks as well, because there are ghosts in the game that we will have to deal with in a particular way. The levels are procedurally generated. There are special rooms as well that have different effects. That would have hurt us. If we'd have got hit, we'd have taken probably some bleeding. We'd have taken some spook damage, and we'd have lost some coins. Because much like Sonic, any collisions that happen with us make us drop some of our coins. Obviously, Sonic's rings, but you know what I mean. You get the point. Also, you notice there that when I selected this object, there was a drawer to open, and we could look behind. The coins might be in either location. Just have to hunt around and find. What have we got here? The same room again, looks like. Give me them there coins. Coins, of course, are for buying things. Oh! Talking of which, we have someone to buy things from. This is one of the non-player characters in the game. This is the lawyer. If I were to represent you, I would need to look at the entire case records. You'll have to have at least 170 coins for a packaged legal service. So he's actually a merchant. He will sell us items. Did that hit me? I don't think it did. It sounded like it did, but it didn't. No, I didn't drop any coins or anything. It made a thump noise like it actually hit me. On replaying the game, alongside some things being solved already, or objects being accessible to replay the game, things become more expensive the more you use them. So in fact, when I first met the lawyer, he was selling items for 50 coins. Now they're up to 170.
You already been here?
No. Thanks for all the prompting, supporting character. Yeah, so the items are getting more expensive as we go along. So I'm going to find 170 coins to buy something new from him. And then when I replayed the game, I can then select different items depending on how I like to play. We have... Okay, another NPC. This is Marcus the Drunk. I have completed the quest for him before. Hopefully he'll give us another quest, but we'll see. He might just... We'll see.
Hi!
Hey, very aesthetic and helpful fella. I saw you were running around this place with no real purpose. Excuse me, I'm on a quest. Thank you very much. I don't know what the quest is, but I've got a quest. What if I gave you a real reason to keep running around? What do you say? I know for sure in this very moment some shining, glorious bottles of prestigious vodka are sitting all alone in that frozen place. And if you happen to have nothing to do, am I right? Why don't you go there for me? My old legs would not stand a chance in that cold.
See you around.
I can't promise I'll reward you with a sip of vodka, but I'll give you something in exchange. See you around, Marcus. So there we go. He has given us another quest. It looks like they have more than one quest. The last quest he gave me was he'd been drunkenly... I'm not even joking. He'd been drunkenly texting his ex and saying things he regrets. And he wanted us to destroy his phone so he doesn't text ever again. There's a good vein of humour in the game. But this time, he wants us to go to the limbic dimension and find the and find the prestigious vodka that's in there, apparently. A fetch quest. So that's what the limbic is generally about. The limbic system
I see.
is generally about going and finding something, and it's very cold there for some reason. Poor circulation, possibly. As the limbic refers to your limbs, obviously. Oh, haven't I searched in here already? I'm a bit suspicious. I thought I searched in here already. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, so we're going to do that for him later, but not yet. Later. A nice sitting room. Check for more spooks. Basically, if anything... Oh, we've got that character again. Basically, if anything flashes red, it's about to fall on you or injure you in some way. So, for example, I have encountered cases where that ladder there on that bookcase suddenly falls down in front of you. Here's the chap from the start again, the little wanderer. He's telling us how to shoot things when we get to the reptilian complex. Oh, that door we can't open. I might have a rifle to break the door, but you can't use weapons in this dimension. I think you can work out what you need to do for that then. We've got a booster. That's probably a healing booster. It's got a plus next to it. On the bottom middle there, under number 1. Number 2 looks like it's got a blast next to it. Maybe it's the top of attacking energy. I don't know. You, I was about to say, I've seen you little gits before. Yeah. A stabby statue. But it's good. Do you like it though? Do you like the aesthetic? Because I certainly do. I really like the look of and you could have made this game in many ways, but the fact that it's made in paper really adds something to it. We have a puzzle door over here as well, I think. Yeah, but we don't have the solution to it yet. The game has a number of little puzzles in it like that. We have to go back the way we came. We shall go. We've been to Marcus. Is there a door we've missed? Maybe we're going to have to go to the reptilian system now then. I think we might do, you know. Okay, we'll go there. Now, while we're there, we're going to get attacked. Now, we do have a weapon. We have like a pop gun. I'm not sure we're firing bits of... I think we are. I think we're firing bits of paper. So we've got like a gun made out of straws. And I think we're firing little bits of paper, like little... I think we're firing like little screwed up bits of paper. You know what it's like as a kid, and you're being an obnoxious little git, and you decide to, fire walled up bits of tissue paper at each other. Ow! Oh, Mr. Rednose. Okay, we're going to deal with you anyway, buddy. He's actually a mini boss. Now, usually... Oh, you prick. Usually we have a quest. You're making me drop my coins and I'm not happy. Usually we have a quest to deal with him. I think we killed him. We did. There's a quest given by the gatekeeper to deal with Mr. Rednose. But hopefully then we'll get an automatic completion of that. We've already dealt with him. Right. Where the heck are we going? Here's the lawyer. We lost a lot of money there. I'm looking for this door. Now, it said in the neocortical region we couldn't break this door. But we go into the reptilian complex, it's the same map, we can break it like this. Now we can't actually... Now it might be a good idea at this point to go back to the reptilian complex, the neocortical. We are earning money by doing this, which is nice. It's not exactly very difficult combat, is it? Mr. Rednall's got a couple of hits on me, but that's fine. I think I'd like to go back to the neocortical, because at least it's nicer in there, and we can search for items. Oh. Where was that? I saw a portal over here to get back out of here again. Back to the neocortex. Yes, there we go. Come on, get me back in there. Ooh, mate. Right. We can stop worrying about... Oh, how did I not search you before? Or maybe you're regenerating because I've re-entered the area. Anyway, let's go back over here, and now we can get through that door that we smashed, and we can actually search the place and find the clue for that door, hopefully. There we go. Did we just do that? That was kind of weird. Ominous. Coins in the back of the furnace. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep an eye out for anything about to have a go at me.